her, you know.
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And
Sarah? Baby? Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
I'm sorry about your daughter, Joel, but I have lost people too.
You have no idea what loss is.
Everyone I have cared for has either died or left me. Everyone fucking except for you.
How is it that you're never scared?
Who says that I'm not?
What are you scared of?
Being by myself. I'm scared of ending up alone. So don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad.
Let me go. Please.
You just come after her.
Here. It's a little faded, but it still looks pretty good.
Sir, there's a little girl. But... yes, sir.
I'm good. Listen to me. I know this hurts, baby. You're gonna be okay, baby. Stay with me. All right, I'm gonna pick you up. I know, baby. I know it hurts. Come on, baby. Please. I know, baby. I know. Sarah. Baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on. No. 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 No.
You sure? I mean,
I've said I'm good.
okay.
The Last of Us Part 1 is a zombie game that is bloody, violent, but is also as delicate as the finest paintings. The Last of Us takes the dying tropes of zombies and revives it with a beautiful story-driven game that is unforgettable and might be one of gaming's best narrative of all time. The story is centered around Joel, a man who has a daughter named Sarah. They are living just fine until out of nowhere a zombie virus is born and turns the entire planet upside down. I played the original game back in 2017 when it was remastered for the PS4, and it is on record for the first time a game has ever made me cry. She dies in Joel's arms and the opening credits play. What shocked me when I played this game is I had only known the characters for a total of 10 minutes, and the phenomenal acting sends the heart into a spiral. The game cuts to 20 years later and the setting has completely changed. The world that we know and the characters have known is different. Joel is now a stricken, bitter man who is surviving by killing others. People have lockdown hours, the brightest thing around the world isn't neon signs or flashing lights, and people smiling like we're used to. Instead, the brightest thing is sunlight peeling through small openings that light up terrains inside buildings, but everything is a mess and cluttered. Homes abandoned, families leaving notes hoping to reunite with loved ones, people who were bitten hanging from the ceiling, burnt bodies of people who aren't even infected at all. The world of The Last of Us creates this image of subtlety that not only are the zombies a problem, but the human race are monsters themselves. The main storyline is Joel taking a girl named Ellie to a hospital because she is immune to the virus, meaning the world could be cured by making a vaccine. Just like any road trip movie or game, there are detours and bumps along the road, but each and every moment that stalls Joel and Ellie from reaching a location gives character growth to both of them together and whenever they are apart. Ellie, a kid whose highlight of her life at this point has been riding a horse, is forced into battle by shooting people at a young age, seeing murders wherever she goes, and by the end, she's more mature because of it. Joel, who has no time for nonsense and doesn't want anything to do with anyone the same age as his deceased daughter, learns to love again, and by the end, loosens up a bit and finally opens his heart to someone who he thought he could never care about given the circumstances. Watching these two get more comfortable with each other is just so sweet in a depressing game like this. The game clocks in about 14 hours, which definitely means the story is a slow burner, especially for a zombie game. The story's slowly unfolding development for these two well-written characters is executed perfectly. The obstacles they face and new friends or enemies they encounter bring them closer together in the world full of madness. They meet an older brother, Henry, and his little brother, Sam. They help our two main characters make it further to their destination, but they also serve as a bright reminder that not everyone in the zombie-infested world is messed up and wanting to kill. The first time I played The Last of Us, I never stopped to take in my surroundings or listen to optional dialogue. Replaying this on my PS5 and actually seeing small moments between characters in-game gave the overall experience more emotional weight than previously. Moments like them discovering things that they should know about, but they don't know about because of the apocalypse, is absolutely heartwarming.
Oh, this is an ice cream truck.
An ice cream truck?
Yeah, Henry told me about these. They sell ice cream out of the truck.
What? No way. Joel?
That's true. This thing would drive around and play real loud, creepy music, and kids would come running out to buy ice cream.
You're totally fucking with me.
Serious.
Man, you lived in a strange time.
It's small moments that are some of the best parts in this huge game.
Just throw it.
Yeah.
Boosh. I am a natural.
Come a day where kids can just be kids again.
The game is split up into seasons, and without a doubt the best one is Winter, where prior Joel and Ellie have a falling out where Ellie brings up the elephant in the room, and it causes a bit of uncertainty in the two's relationship.
I can't get infected. I can take care of myself.
How many close calls have we had?
Well, we seem to be doing all right so far.
And now you'll be doing even better with Tommy.
Not her, you know.
What?
Maria told me about Sarah.
Ellie?
And
You are treading on some mighty thin ice here.
so don't tell me that I would be safer with someone else, because the truth is I would just be more scared.
You're right. You're not my daughter. And I sure as hell ain't your dad. And we are going our separate ways.
Get it together. We're not alone.
But after Joel is injured, you play as Ellie, who is taking care of him in an abandoned house. She gets into trouble when she runs into David, who is the prime example of how things have changed the way the humans think in this sick world, metaphorically and literally. Long story short, he's a cannibal, and this is the turning point for Ellie and Joel's character development. Never once do they say they love you in this entire game, but Ellie is about to be chopped up by this guy, where she turns the tables on him and continuously bashes his head. Joel comes to her and calms her down, holding her tight in his arms, and he calls her baby girl, something he only called his daughter in the opening scene.
Don't do this to me, baby. Don't do this to me, baby. Come on.
Stop! Stop!
Fucking touch me!
It's okay. It's me. It's me. It's me. Look. It's me.
He tried to...
Oh, baby girl. It's okay. It's okay.
Joel.
It's okay.
Joel finally realizes that the cargo he was supposed to deliver is something more than that, and Ellie realizes how truly messed up this world is in this state, and something has to be done. There's so many parallels and symbolism in moments like this spread throughout the length of the game. The quiet moment of the game speak loud volumes. The parallels are enchantingly beautiful and narratively full of pathos. In the first mission, you're running away from the zombie outbreak, Sarah in your arms, and in the final mission, Joel finds out that making the vaccine for the zombies that caused the death of her daughter and millions of people means Ellie would die. He holds her in his arms and runs out the hospital, similar to the first chapter. This game does so many things right, it gives me chills. It causes me to clinch onto my sheets, not from being scared of a clicker around the corner, but because of the emotional weight this game carries. I've been reviewing this game like a movie, and that's because it's so heavily story driven, it's hard not to. The PS5 version is the best way to play this game. The graphics and facial animation are a huge improvement of the previous version. It gives you more investment in the subtle nuances of the actors and actresses' performances with their facial expressions. It makes the acting even better, which I thought was impossible, especially the scene where Henry and Sam die.
That's my fucking brother! Screw it!
Shit!
Ellie? Ellie, are you alright?
Oh my god.
Sam?
Oh no.
Sam?
Henry? Ellie, stay there. Henry?
What have you done?
I'm gonna get that gun from you, okay? Oh, okay, easy.
This is your fault.
This is nobody's fault, Henry.
It's all your fault.
Henry! Henry, no!
The character death animations look even more hurtful than before. The combat is still a lot of fun. If I just had one complaint about this game, it would be that the enemy's dialogue needs a little bit of a change.
Cover me, I'm moving up. Cover me, I'm moving up. Cover me, I'm moving up. I got your back.
Other than that, The Last of Us is a powerhouse of a game, and one that truly deserves the title as one of the best games of all time.
I got something for you. Maria showed this to me and I stole it. I hope you don't mind.
Well, no matter how hard you try, I guess you can't escape your past. Thank you.
Just say it. Joel.
Making a vaccine. Would have killed you.
Look. You can still do the right thing here. She won't feel anything.
So I stopped them.
Oh my god. Don't you fucking touch me! I'll go back. Please stop! Please don't shoot us. Joel, please get up!
But we're done.
No! Swear to God, I get you out of this. You're so singing for me.
If I ever were to lose you, I'd surely lose myself.
The Last of Us Part 2 is one of the most divisive pieces of media of all time. A game that's been praised to death, but also beaten to death by the fandom. It's basically the Jesus Christ of video games. You either hate the guy or love that he lets you find that random $10 bill in your pocket. I love when a movie, show, or game is divisive. It's always fun to see which side I'll fall on. It sounds messed up, but I love watching people battle over their opinions strongly this hard. One side hates it with all their heart, and others view it as this masterpiece. Then you get to decide what side you fall on. When I played The Last of Us Part 2 and the end credits started to roll, I put down my controller and went to sleep knowing I just played a really good game. When the writers of a franchise take the sequel of a beloved original piece and subvert expectations by doing something new, I always eat that shit up. The game is about Ellie seeking revenge on the person who murdered Joel, while also dodging the infected. The first game was bloody and gory, filled with tons of action, stealth gameplay that is still riveting. The whole atmosphere of that game was love. They didn't kill the zombies with love like a Steven Universe episode, but the tone of the game was lovely, watching a broken man bond with a kid he wanted nothing to do with, creating the sense of found family. By the end of the first game, Joel lies to Ellie saying they couldn't make the cure because his love for her has grown largely, as well as the gamer who has been behind the controller the entire time. However, not sacrificing Ellie for the cure, keeping the infected running around the world, was absolutely selfish, but you can somewhat understand Joel when you know you as the player and the character both love this character so much. The second game immediately drops you into the world of The Last of Us as Joel. Things feel like it's going to be a continuation that is more the same until you see Ellie. Joel is no longer as tied up as he was in the original. He's loose now and his love for Ellie shows, but Ellie obviously has some sort of remorse towards him. We find out later Joel eventually told Ellie the truth, creating a rift in their relationship. When the game turns everything you think will happen on its head is when Joel is killed by Abby, who has her own reasons for murdering Joel, which I won't spoil.
Fucking kill you!
The rest of the game pits you into mad rage. Joel was one of the best characters in gaming history. What I love about the game is it takes the tone of love from the previous and naturally turns it into boiling rage. Ellie kills a person, she calls them a bunch of unnecessary names, her fighting style is sloppy but filled to the brim with blood and honestly extremely badass. What I'm about to say is gonna sound so messed up, but killing in this game is the best thing ever.
Got something, Bear? Fucker. Dick. Don't. Can't take all of it. Shut the fuck up. Last chance.
I'm not giving up, my friend.
A couple days from now, we'll probably be dead anyway.
Good. Follow me. Whole goddamn town's booby-trapped. Best stay right on my ass.
Can't miss it.
Knock it off.
Along with Ellie after Joel's death, your blood is pumping. You cannot wait to kill Abby for what she did. Then the game makes you play as Abby. This is where I can see the disconnect for some people. The game makes you play as the villain, not some bad guy who is trying to find out who they are, but has some good in them. No, they make you play as the person who murdered the protagonist of the previous game. When I started to play with her, I hated it. Then the more I played as her, I started to get why she's the way she is. I won't spoil everything that happened, but Abby's character and plot structure is what I love about The Last of Us Part 2. Not everything is executed extremely well, not everything feels right in the story, but if you played this game, you can't deny that it put you through so many emotions like a tsunami. First you're pissed off at Abby, Then when you play as her and see her side of things, and when she takes in these two kids similar to how Joel took in Ellie, you realize there was a lot of good in her. Then you find out why she murdered Joel in the first place, and it starts to click that in the world of The Last of Us Part 2, the hero of someone else's story could be the villain. Everyone's story intertwines and unravels together, creating clashes of feelings that I didn't expect to have. Ellie is so bent on destroying Abby's world that when you switch back to her, you realize how selfish she is being towards the people around her.
I have to finish it. I don't sleep. I don't eat. I'm not like you, Dina.
What? You think this is easy?
I love you.
Prove it. Stay. So what? I'm just supposed to sit here and wait for you? For God knows how long, just thinking you're fucking dead the entire time?
I don't plan on dying.
Yeah, well, neither did Jesse. Or Joel. Hey, stop. Hey, come on. We've got a family. She doesn't get to be more important than that. No.
How she is losing herself in the rage due to losing Joel, and how she never got the closure with him because of the massive lie he told. Despite being upset with him, he tried constantly to show that he loves her no matter what, a love that you wouldn't expect for him to have at the start of the first game. Once Ellie gets to Abby in the final round, it's heart-wrenching. Me as the player didn't know if I wanted to kill her after everything, after killing off one of the most well-written video game characters ever, or let her go. So when Ellie sees that flashback of Joel playing the guitar, one of the last times she saw him alive, where he was truly happy, she gives up. At the moment in the story, Abby had lost something and Ellie had lost something. That's when you realize that they both are in the right and wrong, but at the end of the day, their stories are going to be so much different in the zombie-infested world. While I loved the first game's more straightforward narrative path, and I obviously had a lot more to say about that one, the roller coaster of emotions that this game took me on was unforgettable. The Last of Us Part 2 isn't a perfect narrative masterpiece of the first, but in terms of subverting expectations and turning its story of revenge into a tale of loss, it's one of the best games I have played.
What are you scared of?
Being by myself. I'm scared of ending up alone.
Days of you and me. She's yours.
No. No. I don't know the first thing about
I
this.
promised that I'd teach you how to play.
You did.